All right, working on the F350 again. Kind of fixing the inside here. I've got the interior blown apart here in my garage, and I'll show you why. We come over here. Well, one reason is I'm mocking up some tweeters, but the other reason is this is the carpet under the center console. This is the rest of it. So I'm going to use this opportunity to get this carpet cleaned up. I took all the kick panels and door sills and everything off, and I'm spraying them with some vinyl dye to kind of even out the color. It's really bad in the back. Go in here and you look at this line where the seat was. It's just filthy. So I'm also pulling out the seat belts. I'm going to soak them in something to clean them up because they're filthy as well. I'm also going to try to do a little repair. Walk over here. The B-pillar on the driver's side is real bad. Let's see here. It's broken, and it's got a big stress discoloration. So I'll see if I can't straighten that out and dye it. I don't know. See if I can't glue it back together. The door sills I think turned out pretty good. They were pretty beat up and discolored. These are the back ones that I painted last night, and these were the fronts. I think they turned out pretty well. They were pretty bad. So anyway, I'm gonna start working on the carpet on this, and I'll see you then. All right, the top is a 15. If your door panel hasn't been off before, these things have some pretty aggressive clips. But this one, somebody's been here before because these are already all busted. No big deal. In my experience with these, the clips pretty much always stay in the truck. I'm not sure if they're designed to do it that way or not. Then your bottom Torx is a I think it's a T50. Yeah, T50. Be careful how much you let this detract or retract into it, because you'll have a heck of a time. This one's pretty much there. You'll have a heck of a time trying to get it out. You can do it. You have to work at it by slowly retracting it yourself and then working it back out. It's a pain in the butt, but you can save it. You don't have to get them rebuilt or anything if you let it go too far in. So I've got a bucket. I'm gonna go ahead and get all the seat belts out. and go ahead and get them soaking, so they can get a couple hours and hopefully get cleaned up. All right, so here's where I'm at. I ended up leaving the shoulder straps on the sides. They weren't too dirty. Like they're fine. I guess they probably weren't used very much. But these down here were disgusting, so I pulled those out. I pulled the box out. The little riv nut here pulled out, but I don't see light, so it must be a sealed area there. So I'm not gonna mess with fixing that. I'm not gonna be putting that little tool storage box back in because I've got a subwoofer box to put in. These were a T55, whereas the bottoms of the others were T50s. So this is a T55, which I didn't have an impact, so I had to use this security one. They came out pretty rough, or came out pretty hard rather. So I'm gonna start vacuuming this stuff up, and then I'm just gonna skip carpet cleaner, and I'm just gonna hose all this down with Purple Power, and then use a brush to agitate it, and then suck it up with a carpet cleaner. Also here, I've got the seatbelt soaking. Technically, if you read any service manuals, you're never supposed to get any chemicals on seatbelts, but I've done it 1,000 times. It'll be fine. And then I just clamp the webbing to keep the dirty part out into the bucket of Purple Power. So hopefully I'll give this a couple more hours. It's been soaking for just a little bit, but I soak it in hot water, and then I'll get in there and agitate it every once in a while, and hopefully they should clean up okay. All right. Well, I got this thing clean. I'm gonna have to use some air quotes here. It's vacuumed out. I mean, obviously it looks a lot better, but I don't know. I feel like if there was a case for just ripping out the carpet and starting over, this is probably it. But I don't know. Knowing when to cut my losses has never been one of my strong suits. So what I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to work maybe a quadrant at a time and douse it in Purple Power, or whatever degreaser I got, and then hit it with the drill brush. And see, maybe I'll just do one area. Maybe I'll see how well this black and all this crap comes up. And plus, the carpet's pretty matted. Like, the difference between this carpet here and this carpet here, though, I mean, this is so much softer. But I guess I'm going to see what comes out and what happens. And then, if I do one area and I don't end up any better, then maybe I'll just go ahead and spend a couple $100 for a new carpet. All right, so I think I'm going to start cleaning over on the passenger side. Tools I'm going to use, that's probably full of a quarter, maybe a little bit less Purple Power and the rest water. I've got my Milwaukee M12 drill with a brush on it, a little nylon spinny brush I got off Amazon. And then the heated carpet cleaner, all I have in there is just hot water. And I'm going to set it out in the sun on the asphalt where it's just going to get more hot. And all I'm going to use that for is just to extract, the dirty stuff. So I'm going to start here on the front passenger side, and we'll see how it goes. right. There's still some staining. This is in between the seats. This will be covered by the seat bracket. You know, it's not perfect, but I think once it dries and it gets a good vacuum, I'll probably agitate it again with the brush before I vacuum it. That looks darker in the camera. That doesn't realize, but it actually turned out okay. You know, there's some stuff right here. You know, you'll see that edge, but that'll be it because the rest will be covered up with the sill plate. But I don't know. It turned out better than I thought it would. I think the real test is going to be when we get back here, you know, some of this stuff. This was just dirt, man. There was so much clay and mud that came out of here. And, you know, if you look underneath, I mean, you can see, you know, you can see what got dirty. You know, this truck I surmise was a contractor's truck. After maybe, you know, after the first owner. You know, rode hard, put up wet, that sort of thing. So I'll move on and you know, refill everything, that and my little bottle, and then I'll go do the driver's side. All right, quick update. I've gotten through the driver's side, passenger side. There's some staining. We have this purple stuff here I just cannot get out. But over on that side, it was just as black as this is, maybe a little bit worse over on the other side. And it all came out, thankfully. So, alright, I got the truck all together. I kind of forgot to video before I got the seats and how the carpet cleaned up. But it cleaned up alright. I mean, there's still a little bit of staining here and there. It's not perfect. Even if I'd taken it out and pressure washed it, I don't know that it would have been perfect. I think the kick panels came out pretty well, or the sill plates rather. This one's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was, where that corner's all folded in, and you know, you could see where the stress fracturing was. The carpet back here cleaned up real well. I don't know, you know, it was just black all along here, and it cleaned up real well. So I'm pretty happy. You know, considering this thing the carpet was more mud than carpet. I think all I'm doing right now is I'm running the wires for the backup camera. I also ended up, I'm running active up front with my tweeters and the woofers in the door. I'm not happy. I don't know if I'm happy with the placement of this. So I may turn it more up down a little bit before I build the A-pillar, the pods for them. And this was my solution for right now. Again, eventually I'm going to need to move the speaker to the outside of the panel. I'm just not sure how I want to do that yet.